Hello everyone. In this project we are going to know about how to control GPIO pins using Telegram app. Before getting into the project, let's briefly know about NodeMCU. NodeMCU is open source platform which consists of ESP8266 Wi-Fi enabled chip. ESP8266 is a low-cost Wi-Fi chip with TCP or IP protocol. In this project, I am using ESP12E module, which is 32-bit LX106 RISC microprocessor, which operates at 80 to 160 MHz, adjustable clock frequency, and supports RTOS. It has 128 KB internal RAM, 4 MB of external flash. It operates at 2.5 to 3.6 volts onboard, 3.3 volts 600 milliamp regulator, 80 milliamp operating current, 20 microamp during sleeping mode. ESP8266 NodeMCU has total 17 GPIO pins on both sides of the board. In this ESP8266 NodeMCU, pins has multiplexing feature, which is multiple peripheral multiplexed on a single GPIO pin. Those are 1 ADC channels, 2 UART interfaces, 4 PWM outputs, SPI, I2C and I2S interface. It has one reset button and a flash blue LED which indicates or default LED. And talking about the Telegram app, first of all, what is a bot? Bots are third-party applications that run inside Telegram. Users can interact with bots by sending them messages, commands and input requests. You control your bots using HTTPS requests to our bot API. Telegram API allows you to build your own customized Telegram clients. It's 100% open for all developers. It is open source. There are many features for Telegram apps you can include, like two-factor authentication, handling updates, channel statistics, calling methods, client configurations, security, optimizations, etc. Coming to the hardware connections, I am using an LED NodeMCU. Positive terminal of LED is connected to the D1 pin of NodeMCU, that is 5th GPIO pin, and negative terminal of LED is connected to ground of the NodeMCU. Coming to creating a Telegram channel, search for bot further in the search bar. And you can see what can this bot do, introduction part, and to start type in /start, which automatically gives us this menu. Now to create a new bot, we can directly tap on the new bot option, or you can simply type it here. It is asking to choose a name. I'm giving it as GPIO. Now we have to end the username with the bot, so I will be keeping the same and bot. It's saying that username is already taken, so I have to give another, or maybe add something. GPIO pins maybe, and now again it should end with bot. Yeah, this is the unique username, and I got my Telegram channel account and also API, which is very important. And I will copy this, and by clicking on this we will be redirected to the our channel, and this is our channel. Here is the start button. By clicking it, the channel will be started. And this is it, and the channel is started. Now I'm going to use the key or API key in my code. Coming to the hardware connections, NodeMCU, and this is LED, this is breadboard. D1, this is the positive terminal side, and this is negative terminal side of LED. Positive terminal side of LED is connected to D1, and negative pin side is connected to ground. And I'm going to connect the board to PC and upload the program. Program is successfully uploaded, and now in the Telegram screen I got the menu. After clicking on the start, I am going to select the status. LED is off, as LED is off, and now I am going to select LED on, or you can directly type message in this write message, and the LED is on. Now I am going to check the status once again. LED is on because the LED is still on. Now I am selecting LED off. You can see LED off, and here the LED goes off, and it shows LED is off. And now let's check the status again, and it says LED is off. It is taking 1 second of delay, as we wrote the same in the program. Coming to the code part, before starting code, include library of Telegram, Universal Telegram bot. Go to Sketch, include library. You can directly Google it and download zip library, or else you can go to manage libraries. Search Universal Telegram bot. Install the one and include the library. Also include ESP8266 library. Go to Tools, go to Boards Manager, search for ESP8266. Install the one and include the library. Getting into the program, open file, examples, scroll it down, universal telegram bot, ESP, you have the options of ESP32, ESP8266 and untested. So go to ESP8266, you can use anything. In this example, I'm controlling GPIO pins, so I'm taking to you to flash LED. It opens a new program, or else the program is also simple to learn, to understand. This is ESP8266 library, and this is Wi-Fi client secured library. Include the library you have installed universal telegram bot.h, SSID character array, which is a network SSID, my network name, and password character array with password. And to initialize telegram bot, whenever you create a channel, you get a channel API. Include the channel API, that is bot token. Here, this is my bot channel token, and I'm creating client of Wi-Fi client secure type to create a connection, and a bot function which I'm declaring below with bot token and client as arguments, and two variables, bot request delay, that is for every 1000 milliseconds, that is 1 second, it checks for the new messages in the channel, and it is of int type. If it is and the other one is last time bot ran, variable of long, which is unsigned. I am declaring two constants, LED pin and LED status of int type, and this is not constant, only this is constant. Here GPIO5, which is D1, which is the positive terminal of LED, and other one is not a constant but it is a variable which indicates the LED status. And coming to setup part, there is serial begin and client.set insecure, which means something it is a secure way of connection. This part of the code disconnects any Wi-Fi which is connected before. And coming to connection, this is serial print which is showed on serial monitor, and Wi-Fi.begin is the main function of Wi-Fi library with SSID and password as parameters, which makes the connection with NodeMCU and the internet. I am declaring LED pin as output, and here I am initializing it as low. Coming to this part, whenever Wi-Fi is not connected or it is still waiting, then you get this part with 0.5 milliseconds. Else, whenever it is connected, it shows Wi-Fi connected and prints the IP address with a local IP function in the Wi-Fi library. Coming to the loop part, if millis is greater than last time bot ran plus bot request delay, which means whenever these value combined is greater, then we get into this block of the code, and after that this is assigned to the last time bot run. In this block there is a new NodeMCu messages of int type which stores the values of get updates functions with arguments of bot.last message received plus 1 in the bot library, which is kept in the while, and prints got response handle new messages which has argument of int, that is NodeMCu messages, and NodeMCu messages is again assigned with bot.getUpdates and the same function. It loops in, and at last whenever it gets out, the millis function is assigned to last time bot ran. Until then it loops in this. Coming here we have used handle new messages function, and its implementation is above, and now I'm going to show what happens whenever the number of new messages comes into this function. The input or parameter of this function is NodeMCu messages, which is of int type and returns void. Whenever the function is called, it prints handle new messages string, and which converts NodeMCu messages to string and prints it in the serial monitor. And coming below, we are basically traversing into that NodeMCu messages and copying the chat in the bot function, bot library messages of I, that is each of the traverse whenever we are traversing into the NodeMCu messages, the messages at the ith part is copied, and using this it is converted to chat ID, and it is finally converted to the string, which is stored in the chat ID string variable, and the rest of the part, that is messages dot converted to text, is stored in string text of variable, and other variable from name is same bot dot messages of I converted to from name. If from name, this is the condition, it is written in the single line. From name is equals to guest, that is any guest is asking or commanding, it is checking whether it is from a guest or not. If it is null, then it gives from name or initializes it with guest. If text is LED on, then I am printing or writing LED as high, and the LED status becomes 1. And the bot.send message is a function used to display any message to the guest, and its parameters are chat ID, and it carries message LEDs on, and the null parameter, that is string, null string. Whenever it is LED off, it makes LED status 0 and writes LED pin low, and since LED is off, whenever he is requesting about the status, we get LED status. If LED status means whenever it is true, then it is on, else it is off. And if text is equals to start, this is the starting of any conversations allowed. To make LED on, LED off or status text functions true, first of all, a guest should type start and then he gets them all these messages so that he gets a menu on the chat box and he can select any of the functions. String welcome to the universal Arduino. It is this and from name which is from this, that is guest. And I am adding this string or concatenating this string to this string welcome and also this which is the menu, and this is sent through send message function. This is all about the project. You can find the code in the link of the description. Thank you.